Hi there, so I'm looking at your section 2.1 notes, and I'm specifically looking at number 4 here, and where you were identifying in these particular examples your zeros, your relative maxes and mins, intervals for increasing and decreasing. In case you're not familiar with the calculator feature in terms of, I'm saying here, using the second trace menu to find your maximum and minimum values, I thought I'd go through that process with you here in this quick video. So you will just go to your calculator, and y equals, you'll enter the function that you have that you saw there. So it was I've already entered that in y equals for myself, and then you can hit graph. And so that's the graph that you see. So now we know that this point up here at the top, this is this tippy top point up here, that's my relative max. So I'm going to go to second trace. Trace is right beside graph. And then number 4 for maximum. And then you'll notice down here at the bottom, your calculator asks you for left bound. Well, this point up here where my cursor is, that's the point I'm trying to find. So I need to move this X that's blinking over here to the left-hand side. So you use your left arrow key over here. I'll hit enter anywhere on the left-hand side. Now you'll notice that it just created a triangle pointing to the right. So now it's asking you for right bound. Again, this is up here, this tippy top point is the point I'm trying to find. Now I need to move my cursor to the right of that point. So use my right arrow key, back over here, anywhere is fine, hit enter. Now you'll notice that these triangles that have been created are pointing towards one another. If they're not pointing towards one another at this point, then you've done something wrong. And then lastly, it asks you for a guess. What I like to do is just to use my cursor and get myself up as close as I can to that tippy top point, and then hit enter. And then there you see you have your maximum at negative 0.7868.21. And you'll notice in my solution key, negative 7.9, I rounded to 2 decimal places instead, sorry. So negative 0.79, excuse me, and then 8.21. So as my relative max, I'll go back to my calculator. If I want to now focus on finding this minimum down here, I go back to second trace, number 3 this time for minimum. Again, it asks you for left bound, so down here this bottommost point is what you're trying to find, so anywhere over here on the left is fine. I could keep my cursor there. I always like to get it a little bit closer to the point that I'm trying to find, so maybe here is good. Use my right arrow key, hit enter. You see that it created the triangle. Now it's asking you for right bound, so I need to get on the right hand side of this bottommost point down here, so use my right arrow key and hit enter. Again, now you see I have my 2 triangles pointing towards one another. And then I'm just going to use my left arrow key to get back down to the bottommost point there and hit enter. And now it's telling my minimum point would be 2.12, 4.06. So if I come back to my notes, you'll see I have the 2.12, and I guess I just didn't see that. Yeah, it's a negative 4.06. I didn't say it. It's a 2.12 comma negative 4.06. So hopefully that helps you with finding your maxes and mins. That will be a technique that we'll be using extensively throughout this course of finding maxes and mins. So that second trace, this menu here is going to be really important for us. Okay? All right, thanks a lot. Let me know if you need anything.